Alright, what's up guys? I got a little bit warmer session than the last couple. Track's 41 degrees, not super hot, but not quite as cold as the overcast stuff either, so we'll see what the cold weather set does here. Be interested to see what it does with the A wing or lowest setting wing. Track is about 15 degrees centigrade warmer. So it's quite a difference in handling. Main thing, it's picked up a little bit of a push, a little bit of understeer. Feel a little loss of grip coming out of the slow stuff. It was pretty stable through there. So I think we can keep the low wing. Just have to work on getting to turn a little bit more. A little bit understeer on middle and exit. Feel like the front tires are just fighting for a little bit more grip. Still feels good through there. Good rotation. On exit. Good rotation through there. No loss of traction on exit there.
2 minute 19.5.
Nice and stable going through there. It'll been understeer through there. Turned in pretty aggressively in the rear and did kick loose just a little bit. Have to be a little bit more patient with that last corner. Can't quite get on the gas like I could in the cooler weather. Just a little bit understeer through there. Alright. Let's go see what the telemetry looks like real quick. Alright, so what I want to do is I'm going to slow down the bump in the back. So I want to get this graph, more of these bars higher in this area, and that just means the suspension's moving slower. Right now, more of the weight of the graph's in this area, so it means the suspension's running a little bit quicker. So try and get this number down to, let's say like 148. That's what I'm shooting for right now. So in order to do that, go back in here. Oh, did I even show you guys that? So I'll go back here now. Alright, let me make sure I just showed you that because I don't think I did. I think something might have changed in OBS. Oh, no, I showed you the guys that. Okay. So, in order to do that, we're going to slow down the compression. Right now you can see we got a lot, we really have like no compression dampening in this at all. So, because this goes up to 42. So, it's going to take a decent swing at it. Let's go to 28 and see how that feels. Actually, let's go to 26. Then, because the car is going to understeer a little bit more now because I'm doing that. You're taking the responsiveness out of the rear end, so it's going to transfer weight at a slower rate now that the rear spring is allowed to compress a little bit more at a slower rate instead of just transferring that weight straight into the tire. So long story short, softening up the rear a little bit. And we already had a little bit of understeer, so I'm going to go down one more click on the front roll bar to soften up the front to counteract that and hopefully give us a little bit more oversteer, because when you soften up that front roll bar relative to the rear, it should give you a little more oversteer. I'm hoping by balancing the rear dampening velocities a little bit, or just the rear suspension velocities, compression, and rebound, that it'll keep those rear tires on the ground a little bit longer and therefore be a little more, have a little more grip back there, and I'll find another way to make the car turn more, as opposed to doing it with the dampers, do it with the roll bar, stuff like that, ride heights. So ultimately you want the dampers there to keep the tire on the ground as long as possible. That's the main goal of them. You can fine tune them for handling, but there's other ways to get your handling the way you want it. You don't want to make too big of compromises with the dampers. Ooh, that feels good. You feel a little more rotation in the car. The rear end does feel a little bit smoother. That was a little more secure coming out of the chicane too. Imagine it's going to feel a little bit better going through the source here. Yep. It was pretty good, other than it was just pushing a little bit on the uphill. This didn't feel like lifting. Not smart, but didn't feel like it. Definitely improvement going through the chicane.
2 minute 19.2.
Felt really good going through there. Got rid of that understeer through there. Front end just feels like it's gripping more now. Good rotation through there. Again, just have to be a little bit more patient when getting on the gas in the cold weather. Pretty good clean lap.
2 minute 19 flat.
Car feels like it's got a pretty nice balance right now.
Guys, open. Gonna have a car off to the right. Right side. Door clear. Track. Keep coming.
Starting to burn off a little bit of that fuel. It's getting a little bit quicker in a straight line now. Alright, so I'll save this as 41 garage. Save this. B4 track. 41C. Alright. Let's go look at the data. See if we got those inside numbers a little bit, or the bump numbers. In the back here below 150. Again, this is just complete guessing. You know, I don't really have an exact number I'm looking for. I'm just trying to balance out the rears a little bit. There we go. Now they're at 145. So I think what I'm going to do is speed up the rebound a little bit now. Try and get those in the middle 140s and just try and balance this graph out a little bit more. You can see it moved up a little bit higher here as opposed to how it was before. So, go back into iRacing. Make some more testing adjustments. Let's see here. So, I want to speed up the rear a little bit, so that means I'm going to take dampening out of it. So let's just go to 9 here and see how that does. We'll do a 10 here. That actually might be a little bit much. We'll go 10 and 7. See how that helps with speeding up the rebound side of the graph, which was on the left side of the graph. Let's see if this will actually... No. Just see what it feels like when we get those numbers a little bit closer to each other in the rebound and the compression side. In theory, it should feel a little bit better, and then you just gotta figure out what average velocity you're kind of aiming for. Pretty much just guessing and using a lot of, you know, what my gut's telling me. So far, it's been going in the right direction, so see how this goes. And also paying attention to how it feels over the curbs. See if it's getting better or worse. But overall, the car just feels like it's been getting more and more planted, smoother, more willing to go where I want and stay where I'm going. Now the adjustment we made to the rear should make the rear a little more lively, because now the inside tire suspension isn't being held down when we roll into a corner, so it should be more willing to transfer the weight in the rear. So if anything, we should have picked up a little more oversteer in the car. Doesn't really feel like we picked up a lot or any at this point. Paying attention how it feels out of the slow stuff. Felt pretty good through there. Also pay attention how the rear end feels through here. Had a good head of steam through there and it felt really good, nice and planted. Probably the fastest I've gone through there, honestly. It's nice of Peter to let me by. I think I have a little more confidence in the car right now. Rotating nicely through that corner. Rotating a lot better through there than it was originally. Oh, that feels really good through there. Seemed like I was able to get on the gas a little bit earlier and it just rotated a little bit better through the corner. Probably just turned in a little too early there. I'd say about 2/10 of that was draft, the rest of it was just more speed in the set. Yeah, it feels really good through there right now. So again, just like with the rough a couple months ago, you just got those damper settings more even, rebound and compression. It really seems to help the overall handling of the car. So far in every case, that's helped me out a lot more than having them offset or not even on either side of the graph. That was about 1/10.5 quicker than my best. No draft. Barely had to lift there. Very stable. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to cut this video a little short. I'm gonna practice my pit entry this lap, but definitely made some more improvements on the set for warm weather. The road I was driving before, and I think getting those dampers in the rear a little more even really helped with the rear instability. Just had to counter a little bit the understeer the set had with the roll bar instead of doing it with the dampers. It's turning very nicely through there. If you're even slightly conservative at all through there, you shouldn't have any trouble getting through there. And pushing wide, that just should be able to stay right on line. Same with this corner. If you're just slightly conservative, you won't have any drama with it at all. Like that.
Roll bar in front of you. In front of you, in front of you.
Alright. Well, I think we're going to call that another successful session. And I will see you guys next time. Later.